Hi guys, welcome back to our channel once again. We are the gatekeepers. I am Emoli Edwin.
At Dennis Keton.
Guys, we are YouTube. You can find us on all the other podcast platforms, including the Amazon. We are on Google. We are everywhere, right?
Spotify, name it.
Everywhere. So guys, before we start, actually the EFL were played in the course of the week, and as you can see on your screen, those were the results. Most shocking, Chelsea won, United kept a clean sheet. So guys, we are into the EPL match week 7.
You are not shocked by MANCITY being eliminated?
Newcastle is, of course, we saw they won by 8-0, so they are back. And since that was a big match, we expected anybody of them to go home. So the treble winners are out of the Carabao Cup. That's a headline, by the way. Okay, guys, game week 7, straight into it. Aston Villa early kickoff against Brighton. The game is at 14:30 East African time.
Aston Villa against Brighton. Aston Villa in match week 6 were able to win against a 10-man Chelsea. Oli Watkins scored his first goal in the Premier League. On the other side, Brighton came from behind against Bournemouth and won that match by 3-1. If we can sincerely speak about this game, I can say that Brighton is still a very hot team to handle. You play with them with caution, considering that in the EFL Cup they also rested most of their players. So as they are coming into match week 7, I feel like they will be giving their all. Van Heko, their defender, is back. Of course, Mr. Estupinan is officially back. These guys, they have everything possible. In match week 6, we saw Mitoma scoring a brace, and of course, their coach said that the goals which he scored were one of his favorite goals. So that goes a long way to tell you that with Brighton, they are never short of surprises, because people like João Pedro, people like these front people from
Cisco,
Ferguson, my friend. It's a diversified team. But on the other hand, also we have to give props to Aston Villa. They're currently position 12. Not position 12. They currently have 12 points and they are doing favorably well. So this is going to be a very heated game, considering that the match will be at Villa Park. So I feel like still the Seagulls will be in this match to surprise people. So I feel like I'm going with Brighton to win this game. So give it a 3-1 win for Brighton.
Well, Brighton is undoubtedly one of the teams that are doing well so far this season, up to where we are right now. So I'm expecting nothing less from Brighton. Especially they were eliminated from the Carabao Cup. So the team to pay is going to be Aston Villa. So I'm going with 4-1. Bournemouth will be playing against Arsenal. Bournemouth will be at home.
Arsenal in the EFL, they won by 1-0. Reece Nelson scored that goal. So coming into this match, Arsenal actually have a string of injuries. So we see both their right backs, of course, this is Martinelli, this is Trossard. To their injury list, of course, Thomas Partey is not officially back. Timber, the signee whom they made.
What about Basmati Rice?
Rice had an injury, though chances he might recover. He might recover for the game. Also, Bukayo Saka, he has an injury, but pending medical examination. So I think keep it the Gatekeepers TV. We shall be updating you on more injury updates. But that said and done, as they are going to face Bournemouth, where will the match be played at?
At Bournemouth.
At Bournemouth. So Britannia Stadium is a stadium whereby a lot is expected of Bournemouth, and true to it, I know they will live to the expectation. But the form which Arsenal are in, especially after drawing to Tottenham in match week 6, is something which they are not going to do again. In match week 6, Jorginho costed them by a blunder which he did, and actually Arsenal felt like they could have won that match. So they have a chance to rewrite their wrong in this game. So give Arsenal a chance to win by 4-1.
Well, I'm going with Arsenal to win this game by 2-1. It will be a very tight match, considering that they will be away. So Everton will be playing against Luton. I think it's Everton, and now they have officially begun the season after having a very bad start. So this one, since they will be at home, I'm expecting them, of course, to continue winning by winning this game by at least 3-0 against Luton Town.
Luton drew with Wolves in Matrix 6, especially after Wolves got a red card. So Luton actually played well in that game. So if that is the way they are going to come with the same spirit as they are going to face Everton, so I feel that we are in for a big shock. It's going to be a good game. Everton are motivated after scoring 3 goals. So by the way, Calvert-Lewin scored in that match. So big up Calvert. It's been a minute since he was on the score sheet. So the Toughies, I think I'll be supporting you to win. So 2-1.
Man United against Crystal Palace again.
It's a rebuttal, it's a rematch. Rematch coming very, very, very soon. These guys met in the EFL and Manchester United eliminated Crystal Palace. News just which reached me because I never watched the game, but my fellow here watched it, are telling me that that match Manchester United dominated it completely and they lost the midfield and everything. Casemiro once again was on the score sheet, right? So yeah, so if Manchester United are going to reciprocate the same game plan against Crystal Palace, then they are in for good results. But if they are going to change it and attack it in a different way, then Crystal Palace are not coming to sleep. Crystal are coming actually to exercise what they do best. So this is a match which, trust you me, I'm foreseeing a 2-2 draw.
Well, considering how United played in the EFL Cup, there are no possibilities of a draw, to be perfectly fair, because they were really out of the game. Okay, they were at Old Trafford, so I don't know it's the environment or what, but they were really poor, very, very poor, especially they were playing against a young team like the likes of Garnacho and Meljibri and all that. So this one, I'm going with United to win because we saw other players were making debut, the likes of Amrabat, and so United right now has a strong lineup. So I'm going with United to win this game by at least 3-1. Newcastle against Burnley. This one, I'm going with Newcastle, my second team. They have really stepped up. I think they have just realized where they are. So I'm going with Newcastle to win this game by at least 5-2.
Burnley rejuvenated themselves in the EFL Cup by winning by 4-0. So as they are coming to this match facing a team that destroyed Sheffield United by 8-0 in Matrix 6. So I feel like even where they are, some jitters are actually running within them. So I feel like we must be prepared for a goal galore still because Newcastle seems to be they seem to be back. They eliminated MANCITY in the EFL Cup. So what better results do you need apart from that? So right now, as they're going to face Burnley away, I feel like Newcastle, they're going to be in this match to win. So give Newcastle a chance to win by 3-0.
West Ham against Sheffield. West Ham will be looking to bounce back from a defeat from Liverpool. So since they will be at home, I'm expecting Antonio, the likes of Susek and Bowen. Since they will be welcoming Sheffield, Sheffield were hammered 8-0. But this is the league. You don't always bounce back unless you're in for it. So this one I'm going with West Ham to win this game again by 2-0.
2-0.
Yes.
So truth be told, West Ham will be coming wanting to seek revenge and a comeback, especially after losing to Liverpool. So I feel like they stand a better chance of winning this match. And people like Thomas Susek, people like Bowen, people like, of course, Mr. Free Kick. Remind me the name. Ward-Prowse. They will be in this match to cause problems. So they will give West Ham a chance to win by 3-1.
West Ham to win. Wolves will be at Molineux welcoming ManCity.
Anytime these two teams meet, ManCity never gets less than 3 goals. Haaland has 3 goals in the 2 fixtures which they met last season. So which means Haaland loves scoring against Wolves. So if you're a fantasy lover, make sure that you have Haaland somewhere in your fantasy squad because he's going to bag in goals. So this one, allow me to just say ManCity are going to win by 3-2. Yes.
Nottingham Forest against Brentford. Nottingham being at home, these people will bounce back after a defeat from a 10-man Manchester City, our younger brothers, we as Manchester United. So Nottingham Forest bouncing back means Okay, they're playing against Brentford. Brentford, which also is looking to bounce back after a shocking defeat from Everton. So this one, I'm going with a 2-2 draw.
In this case, I feel like Brentford were shocked. They were surprised by Everton. It was a result which they never expected. But this time round, I think that they have gotten over the shock. So they will be coming back to rewrite the statement. So I'm going with Brentford to win by 2-1.
Fulham against Chelsea. Fulham will be at home.
This is a match which will be played on Monday, guys. So as Fulham will be facing Chelsea in the London Derby, so I feel like Chelsea still has a long way to go. It's a young squad. It's a team which needs a lot. It still needs time to actually blend and to make things work out. They need to work on various departments, especially in the finishing, in the striking department, because Chelsea are not being clinical when it comes to executing or to converting goals, and that one is actually costing them a lot. So if they can be able to actually work on that, then they will be in a position to get results, because it's not an issue of preventing the opponent from scoring. It's an issue of can you be able to outscore your opponent, and that is what Chelsea lacks of late. Though they will be coming into this match with the motivation of having qualified to the fourth round of the EFL after eliminating Brighton with a goal from Nicholas. So if Nicholas Jackson's goal is going to be an encouragement to Chelsea, then that means that Chelsea might be able to get some results from Fulham. But not to say that Fulham also has been a very strong team, has been a team that is doing all the right things. So all the best to this team. So I feel like it's going to be a great game. So in this match, I'm looking at a 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw.
Well, I still don't trust Chelsea to score more than 2 goals. Yeah, they scored last time. They scored. Nicholas Jackson was to score a brace, but one was a controversial offside. But of course, they're gaining confidence, but still not trusting them. That is on a fair level. So this one, I see a Fulham win, since Fulham will be at home, but with a narrow margin. I'm going with 2-1 in favor of the home team, Fulham. So on Tuesday, Luton Town will be playing against Burnley. Luton will be at home now.
Clearly, it's a double game week, because I know you've listened to us say Luton and Burnley. Now this is the second time. These are two teams which came from the championship and they're meeting each other. So the question is, who deserves the 3 points most? So for me, I feel like when you look at the two teams, I feel like Burnley will be my team in this fixture. So I'll be going with Burnley to actually win.
Well, before that game, like we predicted before, they'll be meeting Everton at home. So Luton will be meeting Everton at home. So it will depend on that match. Of course, Everton will win. Then Newcastle will be meeting Burnley. Of course, Newcastle will win. So it will be a meeting of losers. That is on a prediction assumption. So this one, I will go with another spoiler. No, I'm actually, to be perfectly fair, I'm going with Burnley to win this game. So Burnley, it's your time. I'm going with 2-0 in favor of Burnley. Then on Saturday, guys, there's a match I skipped. Actually, Spurs will be at home against Liverpool.
Tottenham facing Liverpool. This is a big match. In match week 6, guys, we saw Liverpool coming from behind and once again winning their match against West Ham. On the other side, we saw Tottenham giving in a brilliant fight of their lifetime against Arsenal, and they managed to draw that match by 2-2. So Pogba, I'm posing this question to you. Do you think that now the frontliners of Tottenham are officially back? They have gotten over the hangover of Hurricane.
Yes.
Now, considering that Kulusevski and Son are doing the most in the midfield, and of course, Mr. Supplier himself, Maddison, is also doing justice in the midfield.
Very well.
So as we approach this match, which departments do you think are going to be very fundamental, especially as Liverpool are going to face Tottenham?
Defense. Between
the two teams, who are you favoring as the best defense currently?
Tottenham.
Why?
Actually, the defense of Liverpool has been leaking in every game. They've been outscoring. Like if you check the most wins, they've been coming back from behind. It means their defense, okay, somebody needs to penetrate their defense first for them to respond, which is not a good one.
Okay, if you argue like that, true. But overall, when you look at both teams, these two teams have been conceding goals. The only difference is they are getting enough, they are getting more goals to outscore their opponent, and that has actually been keeping these two teams behind. We all saw what happened when Tottenham met Sheffield. They actually had to wait until the 10 extra minutes which were added for Kulusevski to get them a winning goal. So at the end of the day, it's who will score more goals. So for you, if you go with the defense, for me, I'm saying this is a match of who will score more goals. So we saw in the EFL, Liverpool rested the likes of Saka.
Saka.
Not sorry, the likes of Salah. Salah was rested in that match, so clearly that was in preparation for this match. I know you guys are wondering why have we not talked about Tottenham in the EFL. That is because they were eliminated before the round three, but it is what it is. So if we are to argue in terms of people who've rested enough, I think Tottenham have rested enough. But Premier League is not a game of, it's not always a competition of who has rested enough. It's a competition of who has prepared the most. So in this case, I feel like Liverpool are still in the momentum of winning, and I'm literally favoring Klopp to come in this game with a masterclass of a system to break Tottenham. What are your thoughts?
Well, under Mr. Ange Postecoglou, Tottenham right now are very well organized. You can see they know what they're doing on the pitch. They have quick transition, especially when the ball gets on the feet of Mr. Madison. He knows where to get on, and with the defense Liverpool are currently have, it's going to be a problem. I compare the two defenses. Yes, they're leaking, but one is more worse than the other, comparing just between the two. So I feel like Son will be too quick for that defense. While on the other side, of course, Salah is just Salah. But like you just said, it's going to be a game of many goals. So the very well organized team and the team which will be at home will be the most favorable one. So I think I'll go with Tottenham to win this game. Since Son right now is on fire, Kulusevski, Richarlison came on last time they were playing against Arsenal, and of course he was close to being on the score sheet. He was bringing the defenders some problems. We see Postecoglou has a lot to choose from. So this one I'm seeing a frustration for Liverpool.
Okay, so currently, guys, Liverpool have played two big games. They played against Manchester United. They won against them. They played against Arsenal. How do they fare?
This season we've not met Liverpool.
You've not? No, I'm talking about Tottenham.
Oh, yes.
I'm talking about Tottenham.
Yes.
Tottenham met Manchester United. They won against you. I think it was 2-0. Tottenham, the same Tottenham has faced Arsenal and they have drew. The same Tottenham have faced, I think, Newcastle. So if you talk of a team that has actually undergone a process of being tested through fire, it's Tottenham.
Definitely.
But if you go through history, Liverpool always has a better track record against Tottenham. They always win against them. So the question is, can they continue with the impressive record? For me, if you ask me, I actually favor them to continue with the same. So in this game, I feel like Liverpool will be coming to win 3-1. No. 3-2.
3-2.
Because it's going to be a very competitive game and a very enjoyable match. So okay. Liverpool to win.
Liverpool to win, right? Okay, like we've seen in the previous games, history doesn't matter until the final whistle of the game you're playing. We've seen that before. Some funny histories were broken. Yeah, it was like Manchester has never. It was Tottenham has never won against Manchester in Tottenham Stadium. Of course, it was like this. Tottenham won. So these histories are just there, but we are on the previous moment. We are on the live moment. So this one, I can see a frustration for Liverpool since Tottenham will be at home. We don't take them lightly. So I'm going with Tottenham to win this game by at least 2-1.
2-1, eh? So I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for keeping it the Gatekeepers TV, your #1 TV station across the world. So we always keep you updated and keep you abreast with all the happenings in the world of football. So until next time, guys, remember to keep it the Gatekeepers TV. Tunawapenda nyinyi wote and continue to subscribe and share our content.